Hey, okay, you made it. Let's have a look at today's game. It is called Void Bridge, and it seems really atmospheric, I think is the word here. Let's see if we can maximize it out. It is a 3D game, which doesn't work terribly well for me, usually in the browser. So we have a volume setting. We don't have separate music or anything like that, but I played a little bit and I didn't notice any music, so I don't think there is any, which we can talk about later. Anyway, let's jump in. The game does not come with many instructions, other than a little bit on the game page, just to say that we are, I think it's some kind of post-apocalyptic thing where we're living on these bridges in the middle of this sort of grey mist. I don't really like reading too much into the sort of game page information. I prefer the information to be in the game. So let's just jump in and see. I'll show you what I sort of discovered in my first little bit of testing the game out. Now, so this is us. We have appeared in this room out of this thing. So I don't know if we're a creation or the suspended animation or something. On our sort of right, we have two bars, a green bar, which I assume is sort of health, and an orange bar, which I assume is like food and water resources. Now we did see the screwdriver rolling, and if we click E on the screwdriver, we can see that it's a screwdriver that we can take or equip. We want to equip it because we cannot really open this door, nor can we open this door, but we can open this thing without any kind of animation or anything, but that's fine, which gives us access to this panel, which means that we can now start opening things. We can't open this because, oh, we can. Alright, oh, this is interesting because these things had different things in them previously. So it's E to operate something, and then tab to close the panel. And we have this kind of vehicle here, so if we push this, we can open that up. And now we have some lockers here that we can only open one of the three. Let's just take these things. I'm just taking everything I can find. Yeah, so we have this vehicle that we can sit on, but it doesn't go anywhere. You have to turn and look. I've grabbed it, but we can't. We can't do anything with it. But we have a wheel. So now, I didn't actually do this in my testing. Can we apply the wheel in some way to this? Oh, we can. I just dragged it. I didn't click anything. I just dragged it over and went ka-ching and got it there. So if we, around this corner here, I found what appears to be an entire engine, but it's very light because I could just pick it up, so it must be some kind of advanced sci-fi engine. Can we drag this on here and will it magically lock into place? Yes, it will. Alright, so we are building our vehicles. So now we want to open this, but it is, as you can see, firmly locked. The only other place we can go to is up these stairs. For now, because that gate is closed. And you can see we can't see anything out into the mist. I really like this. I love this atmosphere. I love the fact that it's silent. Drop that down there. We push this. It's opening the gate. What happens if we drag this? No idea what that does. Anyway, we have this thing, which we can take? I think that's a flashlight. Yeah, that's our flashlight. We have this key that we can take. We have this. Let's take all of these. Just one. We have, oh, we got maple syrup. Okay. Nothing in that one. And we have a snack. Great. With +2 saturation. Okay, I didn't actually find any food last time. So, right. Take some cloth. Take some rubber. I have 5 out of 20 keys. Oh, 11. 11.5 out of 20 keys. I thought 5 was a bit low. But I mean, I can always put things down, I guess. Alright. We also had a crowbar that we found somewhere before, but we haven't used it this time. Oh, maybe it's in the that thing. Alright, let us equip our key. And the equip is R to equip. And we click the key, or the E the key, onto these things. Oh, there's our crowbar. Let's equip it. And there's our third tire. It's getting quite dark. Let's turn the flashlight on. Can we drag this onto, okay, that's onto there. Drag this one onto there somewhere. Oh, there we go. That's fine. What else is in here? We have some wooden boards. We have some boxes. Oh, is this our petrol tank? Do we have a petrol thing? Can I put you? Okay. And then I think the next thing goes onto the back. I don't seem to have a battery listing. Okay, so this is our 3-wheeled vehicle. Do we think... okay, so we have storage. So let's put these away for now on the leather strips. Rivets, cloth, rubber, and bolts. Alright, so we have significantly dropped our weight. I like that. Okay, now is there anything else? Can we open this? Was this openable? Yeah. Can we grab that battery? Yes, we can. Does this go into here somewhere? Yes, it does. Alright. And this presumably goes on the front. Okay, okay, we are doing... we can use the crowbar to open the things we couldn't open before. I think those are the only things we couldn't open. I can't pick that up, I can't use this thing. I mean, good, I guess. How long do you think it's going to be dark for? Do you think we can... we can take those. Alright, container is now officially empty. Don't know where we're carrying those sticks. But the problem is, it is now dark, and I don't want to... Now... where is the snack? F to use. Okay, that's worrying, because that has not made those bars go up much. I would like it to be daytime before I set out, because the road is quite scary. I suppose we can drive slowly and carefully. Is there anything else we need to be open all of these? Yeah, no food. Alright, so good. We have gotten all the things. We can't actually sort of fall off the side. There are handrails, so OSHA will approve. Let's sit. Alright, it's just forward to go. Oh, that's better. There's a light now. What is this? Oh, it's my crowbar. And here we are driving. Along this road in the dark gloom of this misty world in which we appear to be high up above stuff. If you had a parachute, if you could just jump off and float down and see what's at the bottom, that would be interesting. Alright, and here we have this thing. With the solitary stick here. Okay, and I am going to leave the gameplay there. I think that is enough to demonstrate. Now we can see what's going on, and we have, in fact, played a fair amount of it, 12 minutes worth. And it has worked nicely in my browser, which most, as I said, 3D games don't actually do. So bravo dev for doing this one. Yeah, so that's all the gameplay. If that's all you've come to see, thank you very much for watching. Please like if you liked it. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet and you want to see Itch.io games reviewed. And please leave a comment, because comments are good for you and me and everyone else. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If, however, you are here for the critique, well, what can we say about this one? Well, first of all, the UI has very little info, but I think a certain amount of charm of the game is you don't know what's going on. I think that's kind of built into the story. You're just somehow building this vehicle and setting out, and the mystery is part of the gameplay concept, which is fine. I don't really like that kind of thing. I prefer to be pulled in with immersion, but in a game with this kind of atmosphere, it's fine. Should we see what happens? Can we walk off the edge and die? Yes, we can. Did I just fall into rocks down here? Oh, there's sticks down here. Can I pick them up and carry them back up with me, perhaps? Is there a way up? I can't tell because it's too dark. Anyway, it's just a side experiment. Alright, so yeah, so there's a lot of things you just don't know about the game, and I find that sort of unhelpful in its way. But it is part of the atmosphere. The sounds, same with the sounds. I mean, it's supposed to be this kind of silent, misty world, and all you can hear are your footsteps. But I think it would be more interesting to have some like ambience of some sort, occasional crackle of a falling rock, maybe something that's wind-like or breeze-like. I don't know, it's just something to fill it out a little bit more. Or the footsteps should possibly echo a bit more, make them feel a bit sort of meatier. And I'm falling and falling. The game is struggling with letting me fall a bit. Oh, am I dead? I can't tell. Anyway, let us reload that. The art is fine. the vehicle looks a little kludgy, but I like the idea of sort of putting it together, and it looks pretty good, like a vehicle assembled with the parts of wherever that was that we spawned into. While we spawned into there and had to assemble the vehicle and then drive it, I don't know. Maybe you can swap parts out. Maybe they get damaged later. I'm not sure what the gameplay plan is there. I mean, as a gameplay mechanic, it's interesting enough. Find the bits, assemble them, put them into your car, and drive off into the wilderness. But again, without more of an immersive storyline, more idea of what's going on. What is the motivation here? Why am I doing this? And sort of keeping it the mystery and making it an interesting mystery that you're playing into can only go so far in terms of immersing the player. So I don't know, maybe there should be a note or something to hint at a meta storyline. It's just something to pull you in a bit more. The gameplay feeling is fine. I think the food bar dropped a little too quickly. I'm not quite sure what that was about. Why, maybe we're a robot and we consume it for energy, and that's why it's an accurate portrayal of our energy that we need to keep up. I don't know. It did feel like it was falling a bit fast, and maybe we'll find more food elsewhere and keep it up a bit better. But that gave me anxiety. It felt like a part of the game that was going to be very quickly frustrating, annoying, kill us off, and something we'll have to micromanage and fight with, and that. And when you have this kind of game built around a mystery, the mystery is in exploring. So if you can't explore because there is this kind of built-in heavy time limit that you're fighting against, it means the game is then basically fighting itself. And you don't want that. You don't want your goals to be competing in a frustrating way. Not so much your goals, but your game design principles. Either it's a mystery game or it's a survival find the food game. But if you're trying to be both, one of them needs to become the secondary mechanic that you're playing with. And it felt to me there a little bit like the food was too much of a demand. Other than that, look, it's a really interesting game. This is a good game. Come and give it a look. It was developed in 10 days for a Pixel Jam, but apparently missed the deadline by a few seconds. That's very sad. It would have been interesting to see how well it did. But there are interesting mechanics here. There's little sort of gameplay puzzles. You got to find the buttons to push and things like that. I think it's great. I mean, especially since it thinks of itself as a prototype. It sort of feels prototypey, but not really. It also feels good. So I am very impressed. Abandoned buildings of civilization. Scavenge what's left. Build up your rugged vehicle and traverse the empty world. No living being, just you, a machine in the silent echoes that once was. What once was. Okay, so I suppose finding the food is then your motivation to set off into the wilderness and explore the mystery. Yeah, I mean, it works as a mechanism. I'm sure it's fine for the game jam. Personally, I would lose the food thing and just have hints that there might be more civilization or life somewhere out there that you need to you need to interact with, and also some mechanism for bypassing the night. Can I nap? Can I sleep? Is there a bed in my vehicle that I can just camp on until the night the daytime comes back? This game could do with a lot of fleshing out, a lot of mechanisms to be added, a lot of things to be built in. And I really hope this happens, because you have this really interesting game that has the potential to be like the next Forest or something like that in terms of survival exploration. It would really be very, very good to see this fleshed out more, built out more mechanisms added. Just be careful not to have the mechanisms compete with each other. More sound depth, I think. Getting the sounds in there would be really, really good. And just add more. Obviously I haven't really played enough to see if there is much more of a storyline. But I mean, I doubt it. For a Game Jam game, I'm thinking just explore the world and get from one end to the other is kind of the storyline here. But to have more storyline built into it has sort of a Half-Life feel, actually. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to build in combat with monsters, that would be amazing. Some kind of horror monster element. Yeah. Anyway, that's really all the critique I have for it at this kind of level. Thank you for making a very cool game, and thank you for watching. And I'm going to call it there, and see you guys in the next episode.